Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. Myself, I am Surya Narayana, working as an assistant professor in DBS IT Kavali. Today we are going to discuss about Unit 1 in Finite Element Method, which is for mechanical third years. In this chapter, first chapter, I am going to discuss about Introduction to Finite Element Method. In this, I am completing the topics about stresses and equilibrium, and then stress strain relations in three-dimensional elasticity body. First of all, I am taking one equilibrium body in three-dimensional space, it having the surface S and volume V and pressure of point Pi. It having already tractional force. We already know that the traction will be distributed force per unit area. It having three directions or three dimensions. Similarly, x, y, z, instead of x, y, z, I am taking components of u, v, w. The forces will be fx dv, fy dv, and fz dv. Here, the dv is the derivative of volume v, dv. Here I am showing that dv is the volume of derivative v. In this, the volume will be dv of derivative of volume v. Next, the deformation of point x. In this, I am discussing the directions in Cartesian space or three-dimensional space will be x, y, z. In three dimensionals, instead of x, y, z, u, v, w. For that, I am taking the deformation of point x that equal to x, y, z. I am already told you for every body on that acting the forces like body forces, fractional forces, and surface forces. First of all, I am taking the deformation and then displacement. Displacement in u direction, that means in horizontal direction, u equal to uvw, u comma v comma w transpose. Next, tractional forces, tx, ty, tz transpose. After then, distributed force, forces fx, fy, fz transpose. After then, the point loads of pressure Pi acting on equilibrium, Pi equal to in three directions or three-dimensional space, Px, Py, Pz transpose. Next, in this, I'm including the stress components. Stress components will be three normal stresses and three shear stresses in three directions, sigma y, sigma z, sigma x. After then, tau yz, tau xz, tau xy transpose. Consider equilibrium of the elemental volume shown in figure B. After that, I am showing that figure B. In this, I am writing the summing of all forces sigma fx, sigma fy, sigma fz 0. Why? Because the summing of all forces acting on equilibrium that is directly equal to 0. The summing of all forces acting on equilibrium equal to 0. Recognizing That means identifying dV is the derivative of volume V. In this, I am including all the directions. That means all derivatives in x, y, z components. That will be dx, dy, dz. After then, we get equilibrium equation dou sigma x by dou x plus dou tau xy by dou y plus dou tau xz by dou z plus fx. This will be the force acting on equilibrium in horizontal direction. That means in x direction, it will be dou sigma x by dou x. Similarly, dou tau xy by dou x plus dou sigma y by dou y plus dou tau yz by dou z plus Fy. It is the vertical component Fy. It is acting vertically upwards. Fy. After then, Fz, it will be act as a depth in equilibrium body. I am taking three-dimensional having three directions, x, y, z components. Directions or components. Similarly, z is also similar to xy. Dou tau x by dou z. Plus fz equal to 0. This is the observe. These are the three important equilibrium equations in finite element method. One is horizontal component of force Fx, vertical component will be Fy, and depth Fz will be in three-dimensional Fz. After then, I am taking equilibrium body. This is the important question in finite element method. Stress-strain relations in three-dimensional body. First of all, I am taking one equilibrium body. Here I am showing that one equilibrium body having stresses. This is the important question, stress-strain relations in three-dimensional body. Previous, in first slide, I am talking about stresses and equilibrium. Okay, stresses and equilibrium. Present, I am discussing about stress-strain relations in three-dimensional body. Here, similarly, I am taking Cartesian space having three components, horizontal component, vertical component, and z component, x, y, z. First of all, I am inducing the stress in y component. It will be sigma y. Okay, using stresses sigma y. Similarly, the deformation will be occurred in opposite side. That means one side I am pulling the cube with a thread. That means the deformation is occurred in opposite side. Sigma y, the deformation will be, this one is the stress, the deformation will be sigma y plus dou sigma y by dou y dy. And then next, this is the normal stress, and then the shear stress is also occurred in equilibrium body. This is acts like a directly perpendicular to normal stress tau xy. This is the combination of shear stress in directions X and Y. Why? Because I'm including the stress or inducing the stress in Y direction. Because of that position, I'm taking X and Y. After then, the downward force will be tau YZ, including Y and Z component. Z component. After then, the perpendicular shear stress will be tau xy and opposite force will be. This is in this direction, forward direction, inclination. After then, the opposite deformation will be downward inclination. Tau xy plus dou tau xy by dou y dy. After then, the downward force will be in y direction tau yz. The upward force will be tau yz plus dou tau yz by dou y dy. Similarly, this is the side by side forces, and after then front and back. Front will be in this. The front will be stress sigma x plus dou sigma x by dou x dx. Perpendicular forces tau xy plus dou tau xy by dou x dx. Students, please observe. Front side will be sigma x. The back side will be. This is in this inclination direction, perpendicular direction. Sigma x downwards, acting downwards. The directly opposite will be in backside direction. This is the sigma x plus dou sigma x by dou x dx. The opposite will be sigma x only. In this tau xy plus dou tau xy by dou x dx, the opposite will be only tau xy. The upward force will be tau xy plus dou tau x y by dou x dx, and then downward force will be only, or downward stress, shear stress will be tau xy. This is the stresses. These are the stresses inducing in three-dimensional elasticity body. Similarly, front and back, side by side. Next, three-dimensional problems using Hooke's law. We already know that stress is directly proportional to strain. Okay, sigma is directly proportional to E. In this stress-strain relation, we will know some relations: Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity, Poisson's ratio mu. We already know that stress is directly proportional to strain. Sigma that equal to force by unit area. Poisson's ratio mu equal to lateral strain by linear strain, and then sigma equal to F by A. Stress equal to sigma, that is F by A. Force F equal to sigma into A. In this, I am taking sigma x, sigma y, sigma z, and positive strains and negative strains. First of all, I am taking, considering elemental Q. In previous slide, I am showing that elemental Q or equilibrium body in three-dimensional space. Elemental Q having inside body principle of superposition states individual stresses and strains, sum of individual stresses and strain. First of all, I am taking Ex, the strain in x direction, sigma x by E minus mu is the Poisson's ratio acting in x direction. 1 is, that means in this statement he says that whatever it may be, the strains acting in x direction, one positive and remaining both sigma y and sigma z are negative strains. Similarly, in strains in y direction, one positive sigma y by E, one positive, two negative strains, and Ez. Similarly, in z direction also, one positive strain and two negative strains. In this is the statement telling that sigma x causes the strains along in x direction and negative strain along other two directions. That means in x direction, the strains will be only in one positive and the remaining both are negative strains. Similarly, in y direction, one positive, two negative directions. In the strains in z direction, one positive, two negative strains. After that, in addition to the stress component shown in figure, shown in this figure, having body forces of axial component Fx, Fy, Fz, the forces acting in x, y, z directions, the body force expressed force per unit volume. You already know that stress is force per unit area. In this, I am taking the forces like force per unit volume, representative of external forces. After then, summing of all forces in x direction, we get sigma x plus dou sigma x by dou x dx, the volume. In this derivative of volumes, dv is nothing but f dv. Forces are in x direction, sigma x plus dou sigma x by dou x dx. This is the force, and dv is the derivative of x, dy dz. After then, minus two negative stresses, sigma x dy dz plus tau xy plus dou tau xy by dou y dy dx dz. Why? Because I'm taking the stresses in x direction only. After then, simplifying the above equation, dou sigma x by dou x plus dou tau xy by dou y plus dou tau xz by dou x plus fx. This is the force acting on equilibrium body in horizontal direction. Remember that this is important equation in stress strain relation by adding Hooke's law relations. We already know that Ex, Ey, Ez of strain equations. I'm substituting this equation. First of all, I'm writing this equation Ex plus Ey plus Ez that equal to sigma x by E minus mu is the Poisson's ratio minus mu into sigma y by E and then minus mu into sigma z by E. This is the equation for strain in x direction. After then, strain in y direction, mu into sigma x by E plus sigma y by E minus mu into sigma z by E. This is the one strain equation in y direction. After that, similarly, of x, y, z will be written as minus mu into sigma x by E minus mu into sigma y by E plus sigma z by E. After taking sigma x by E as common, the remaining terms in equation will be sigma x by E taking as common, that equal to 1 minus 2 into mu. Okay, taking sigma x by E into outside as common, the remaining will be 1 minus 2 mu. Mu is in all equations 2 mu's. 1 minus sigma x by E is common. After taking sigma x by E is common, 1 minus mu, 2 mu plus sigma y by E is common. After then mu, 1 minus 2 mu plus sigma z by E is common and then 1 minus 2 mu. Writing 1 minus 2 mu divided by E as common. After then, the remaining terms will be sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z. Taking sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z into left side, this is written in reversal direction. E by 1 minus 2 mu and then Ex plus Ey plus Ez. Whereas Ex, Ey, Ez as the resultant strains along XYZ directions. And then considering the below equation, I'm taking the first equation of strain in x direction, Ex equal to sigma x by E minus mu into sigma y by E minus mu into sigma z by E. I am modifying this equation for simplifying the above equation. Ex equal to taking 1 by E as common, the remaining will be sigma x minus mu into sigma y plus sigma z. Okay. In this above equation, I'm writing only sigma y plus sigma z that equal to sigma x minus mu into Ex by mu. Okay. Please observe, I'm writing and taking only sigma y plus sigma z that equal to sigma x minus, okay, sigma y plus sigma z that equal to sigma x minus E into Ex divided by mu. Okay. And then substituting the sigma y plus sigma z value, that is sigma x minus Ex by mu, in equation 1. Equation 1 will be, this is the equation 1. Instead of the position of a sigma y plus sigma z, I'm substituting the value of sigma x minus Ex by mu in equation 1 in this place. Okay. Sigma x plus sigma x minus Ex by mu that equal to E by 1 minus 2 mu into Ex plus Ey plus Ez. Okay. Instead of sigma y plus sigma z, I'm writing the value of sigma x minus Ex by mu, and then E mu by 1 minus 2 mu Ex Ey Ez. After then, I'm multiplying mu into sigma x plus sigma x minus Ex that equal to E mu by 1 minus 2 mu into Ex plus Ey plus Ez. These are the strain components in all directions of x, y, z. After then, I'm taking sigma x as the common in left side. After taking sigma x as common, the remaining will be 1 plus 1 plus mu. This term will be taken into right side position. Okay. In this, I am taking only sigma x as common. The remaining will be 1 plus mu E mu by 1 minus 2 mu Ex Ey Ez, Ex plus Ey plus Ez. This term will be in negative. After sending it into right side, that means RHS. This will be as the LHS left hand side. This is sent into, this term will be sent into right side. That means right hand side RHS. LHS will be in minus negative direction, negative sign. After sending into RHS right hand side, it will be plus EEX. After then sigma x 1 plus mu that equal to U mu by 1 minus 2 mu multiplying with mu in both sides, mu Ex plus mu Ey plus mu Ez plus Ex minus 2 mu Ex. After then sigma x that equal to E by taking mu into E by 1 plus mu and 1 minus 2 mu. This term LHS will be in this direction, sigma x that equal to E by 1 plus mu into 1 minus 2 mu, taking Ex as common. After taking Ex as common, the term will be 1 plus Ex 1 minus mu. The remaining will be Ex as common 1 minus mu plus mu Ey plus mu Ez minus 2 mu minus mu. Similarly, sigma y and sigma z can be obtained as sigma y that equal to E by 1 plus mu and 1 minus 2 mu. That will be mu Ex plus, okay, remember that in x direction the change will be, or the deformation will be only in x, Ex 1 minus mu. In y direction sigma y, the strain components will be in the change in v will be in y direction, Ey into 1 minus mu. Similarly, in z direction, the strain components or the deformation occurred in only in z direction. Ez 1 minus mu. X direction in this position, y direction middle, z direction will be in last. These are the equations, stress equations, sigma x, sigma y, sigma z. After then, we know that tau is a shear stress in xy component that is directly equal to modulus of rigidity G and nu shear strain of xy component. We already know that modulus of rigidity that equal to represented by equation E by 2 into 1 by 1 plus mu. Remember that this is the important equation for modulus of rigidity. I'm taking E by 2 into 1 plus mu. And then I'm substituting the value of G in equation of tau xy. I'm substituting tau xy that equal to Z value will be E by 2 into 1 plus mu xy. After multiplying and dividing tau xy that equal to E into 1 minus 2 mu divided by 2 into 1 minus 2 mu 1 plus mu xy. Okay. In this, for simplification, I'm multiplying and dividing the term with 1 minus 2 mu for calculations or cancellations. E into 1 minus 2 mu multiplying by 2 into 1 plus mu into 1 minus 2 mu. Multiplying and dividing with same term 1 minus 2 mu for cancellations. After that, tau xy that equal to E by 1 minus 2 mu into 1 plus mu and writing 1 minus 2 mu by 2 xy. Similarly, in this previous slide, I am writing only tau xy. Similarly, tau yz and tau zx will be E by 1 minus 2 mu into 1 plus mu 1 minus 2 mu by 2 yz. Mu will be shear strain. Okay, engineering strain or normal strain will be capital E, and shear stresses shear strains and shear stresses will be shear stress is denoted by using tau and shear strain will be nu. After then tau xz shear stress in x and z direction E by 1 minus 2 mu into 1 plus mu multiplied with 1 minus 2 mu by 2 xz. Okay, wherever we are taking the component of yz in shear stress, the opposite term will be the stress component will be yz. The strain component is also similar yz. Inversal relations are obtained sigma equal to D matrix. For D matrix, I am taking sigma equal to E. We already know that for Hooke's law, the stress is directly proportionate to strain. Sigma equal to E. In this D matrix, D will be D matrix. I am writing the stress components in left side direction LHS, in right side direction strain components. For that, I am writing in x direction, y direction, z direction stress components, normal stresses and shear stresses. In these strains, normal strains and shear strains. First of all, sigma x equal to 1 minus mu 0 0 0. This equation is written based on the equation of sigma x. Sigma x that equal to E by 1 plus mu into 1 minus 2 mu, 1 minus mu, and then mu 0 0 0. Okay, remember that. In this, I'm writing this D matrix based on the equations of sigma x, sigma y, sigma z. First of all, sigma x, the component of stress component of x direction sigma x. I'm taking the D matrix, the values of 1 minus mu and mu, and remaining terms will be 6 by 6 as 6 by 6 matrix. Remaining terms will be zeros. For sigma y direction, In this mu, 1 minus mu, mu, all zeros. After then z, mu, mu, 1 minus mu, zeros. After then tau xy. Tau xy will be tau xy. Only 1 minus 2 mu by 2. Okay, in this, only 1 minus 2 mu by 2. Tau yz 1 minus 2 mu by 2 and tau xz also 1 minus 2 mu by 2. Okay, these are the terms as written based on the equations of stress components and similarly strain components.